Welcome to This Week in WoW, episode number 3. I'm the Fury, also known as Paul Ritchie, and with me today is...
Justin Padilla, also known as Sharenga.
And we've got quite a few stories today, a lot of action coming from the Alpha, Warlords of Draenor. What's our first story?
So, getting right into it, there's a new fix for inventory coming up in Warlords of Draenor that's actually kind of a feature. It's pretty neat. First of all, you're going to be able to get you're going to be able to have items sorted into bags like junk and reagents, and basically the whole purpose of why they added mining bags, enchanting bags, things like that. You're going to be able to do that yourself, not only in your bank but in your inventory. So it's going to make it really nice for those people who like to stay organized and keep all of your bags together. What are your thoughts on that, Paul?
Well, I have a little bit of OCD. I essentially like to have everything in its right place. When I'm farming something or if I've got my bags, every bag has its own reason for being there, and I will sort it as I go. So to have a bag that I could just automatically assign to, say, consumables or trade goods or even junk makes things so much easier. It'll just automatically go to that bag. It's just a small feature, just making your life that much easier. Now, some people may not even be affected at all by this, but for someone like me who has to have everything in the exact same spot, this is a godsend.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I have CDO, which is OCD in alphabetical order. So, um, looking at void storage, there's an addition now where you're going to have tabs, just like you have in the guild vault. So you've got void storage coming out to where you can have more of it and keep that organized as well. And then finally, for as far as this story goes with inventory, there's going to be a reagent bank. So you'll have your bank, and then you'll have your reagent bank where you can actually keep all that stuff that you need for raids, consumables, things that you just need a ton of, and you don't want it to keep your normal bag space. Take that up.
Now, the one thing that we don't know about this now is this our personal bank? Is this a guild bank? Will I have access to this in the field? Do I have to go to a main city? This is kind of a real quick, candid screenshot. We really don't have a whole lot of information about it. One thing from these pictures, and I'll be streaming them here in the video, is it shows us what the new ore is going to look like and some of the new herbs, or what we think are going to be. So there's a lot of interesting things coming out of the alpha as of right now.
Yep, I am looking forward to it. So, all right, cool. Going on to our second story today. It is WoW's 10th anniversary. Happy anniversary, WoW. And in commemoration of that, everyone gets a Hogger Pet. Now, what do you think about the 10th anniversary? Like, this being 10 years having World of Warcraft available for players.
I mean, can you believe it? I've been playing since right after the beta. I've been in all 10 years, and man, it's been a long 10 years. But you have to give it up to Blizzard. They've made a game that has engaged me since almost day one. I've walked away from it, come back, walked away, come back. They're doing something right. No other MMO can touch them. Even though their subscription numbers go down, down, down. It's what, over 7 million. We talked about that on episode 1. They're obviously, as I say, doing something right because it's fun still. People want to play. People want to congregate, and it's kind of like with how Facebook took over MySpace. It's one of those. Well, that's where the people are. So it kind of goes with WoW in general. That's where my friends are. So therefore, that's where I'm going to be.
Yeah, I've made a lot of friends in game, and it's a really fun activity to do with a group of buds. So definitely 10th anniversary and many many years left to go with awesome new exciting things like Warlords of Draenor. All right, and our final story today is the old raids look like they're going to be available and looking for raid. That's Cataclysm and Mr. Pandaria and all those good stuff. You're going to be able to look for raid for old content, and that's pretty cool because a lot of time you'll jump into trade chat and you'll see people doing transmog runs. Well, now you can do that kind of on your own and not have to wait for those to come around. What are your thoughts?
Well, hopefully this just makes life a little bit easier. I mean, again, transmog is a big deal. On our server, we host a transmog competition every week, and there's a lot of fun. being had around, kind of customizing your character. So people want to go to a lot of the old content now, say up to I think ICC is easily soloable, but everything else beyond that is a little bit of a struggle. So you have to put together a group. Some people don't like to do that stuff. There's going to be followers and then there's going to be leaders. Now, not everyone wants to step up, make a group, and do it big. This allows people who are like-minded to just kind of queue into the looking for raid style thing. They just get popped into the instance. They have a chance at the loot, and it allows people to see the content. I don't see any reason why Blizzard wouldn't have already implemented this. It seems like just a quick, simple fix. You don't even really need to change the mechanics or anything, because the players who will be queuing up will already be roughly at max level.
Yeah, it's the same kind of deal with queuing for old dungeons. They just want to give you that access to old content. Sometimes you just want to feel nostalgic a little bit and have a drink and go play through some old raids. Just remember the good old days.
That being said, though, I mean, this kind of opens the window. Are we going to see scaled things in the future? I mean, we going to be able to go back and do it maybe at level? There's a lot of different avenues down here. People, if they're implementing this, how far are we away from actually, kind of like the expert modes you get, the challenge modes and the five mans, how it balances your gear? How far are we away from queuing up in a looking for raid kind of setting, but moving into, say, Black Temple? Now all our gear is now at level, and all our skills, or at least our power, is at that level. I mean, I don't think that's too far. It's not far fetched. I think they could implement that.
Well, that'll leave that up to the listeners, and hopefully we got some Blizzard fans out there who will spread the word. That's it for me in this week in WoW. You want to take it away, Paul?
Yeah, thank you for tuning in. I know it's a real short episode, but there's a lot of different things happening around us, and keep coming in every week. We're going to be recording, we're going to be putting out the podcast. Eventually, we'll get it into iTunes, but right now it's just on YouTube, and we are being supported by VGMU, Video Game Mashup. We thank you very much for your support, and everyone, please like, subscribe. My name was Paul Ritchie, also known in game as The Fury.
And my name is Justin Padilla, in game Sharenga. See you guys on Kil'jaeden.